Get started. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Christina Martinez Williams. I'm 43 years old and I live in Fort Washington, Maryland. I have been drinking ketones for the last 8 years and sharing them for 6.5. I'm married and I have two kids girls who are 8 and 10, and I'm a former coach of teachers. Before drinking ketones, people asked me if I was pregnant when I wasn't, and now they ask me if I do CrossFit when I don't. And I was a good mom, Christina, but I was losing Christina, with not enough energy left for myself at the end of the day. Since drinking ketones, all of that has shifted. I'm a great mom, Christina, but I also get to be Christina all day long with the energy and the focus to go after my goals, even at night when my girls are asleep. Sharing ketones has given me the opportunity to go from living paycheck to paycheck to designing how I get to contribute and live, world schooling my girls, and making travel a lifestyle. I have invested in myself and events, and as a result, I have shifted from needing others to see me to seeing and celebrating myself, while also inspiring and empowering other people to step into their passions and greatness. I thrive and feel alive and fulfilled as I get to utilize all my God-given gifts to foster relationships, develop leaders, and build diverse communities at home and across the world where health, abundance, and love are the norm. So I am super excited to share with you all tonight and to introduce you to some people who've experienced ketones similarly but different than I have, and also to share with you some ways to get started as we go on this journey. So I want you to drop in the chat where you are in this journey. Are you brand new to this conversation? Have you been with us for a while? How long you've been drinking ketones? And also, I would love for you to share with us in the chat if you have been drinking ketones for some time, whatever time that is, even if it's a day. What have you experienced? What has been one of your favorite benefits? Drop that in the chat. I think it's so exciting to see because we have such a wide range. I see Sarah's been drinking ketones for 8 years, like myself. Mirza has started a month ago. You're going to get to hear his story. And we have someone brand new, 6 years, 11 months, 3 months in. I love it. This community just continues to grow and blossom, and you're going to get to hear just the power of what ketones do in your body. And we're going to talk a little bit about how they work you're going to hear some powerful, inspiring stories, and then we're going to talk about ways to get started. So let me share my screen so that we can look at this together. I love having both visual representation as well as audio for all of our different learners. I know I need both. So why ketones? Ketones are the only 100% bioidentical ketone in the world that are made in a natural fermentation process. That is absolutely exciting. And it's so exciting because that means that every person can use ketones. It's backed by science. There are studies after studies. We just got out of Keto Academy this week. If you were in Keto Academy, drop me in the comments where you got to listen to the doctors and scientists sharing about what ketones do in the body and how powerful they are, and how we've just scratched the surface on how powerful they are. We have over 200, actually 205 to be exact. We have 205 granted and pending patents on our product. That's incredible. No one has that. This is the biggest revolutionizing thing in health right now, and it's in our hands, and we get to share it with people. So we're going to talk about that and what are the benefits when you drink this packet of ketones, whether it's a powder or the liquid form. It is going to do the same thing. And what are those benefits? So we get energy, focus, better mood, better sleep, easier fat loss, reduced cravings for carbs, muscle preservation, better digestion, better skin, better cognition. All of those things come because your brain, your heart, and your muscles prefer ketones. Always, they're the preferred fuel source. If they're present, your body's going to choose to use it. It's a technology that your body knows how to use. So it's much more than a supplement. And I call it my mom magic because it is actually doing more in your body than what you see on the outside. So Why Pruvit? We've already talked about this. One thing I want to point out on this slide, two things. One is that we are a global company. We are actually in 42 countries, I believe now, and we are just growing because we know that the world needs all of those benefits from above. The world needs what we have, and we have it to offer. And our mission and vision is to inspire people to be the best versions of themselves. That's happened for me. You're going to hear how that's happening for other people. And you get to choose how you want to get started and if you're going to get started. So we're going to hear some stories. I'm going to actually stop the share so that we can see really well during this section. And I'm going to ask my friend, my new friend, Mirsa, to come off mute. And he's going to share with you his story. He's actually local to me. We live 15, 20 minutes away. And I had the privilege of meeting him in the park while we were walking separately. And then we met. So Mirsa, can you come off mute and introduce yourself and share what was life like before ketones and now since drinking them?
Yes, sir. Hey, everybody. My name is Mirza, and I live in Bryan's Road, Maryland. So here's my story. I've been struggling kind of weight issues all my life. So I grew up, so I was getting more weight and weight. So probably like 2 years ago, I got started issues with the A1C, and my doctor told me that I have a diabetes. So that was a kind of scary thing for me, and I gained so much weight. So I was having breathing issues and having hard time, sleeping. I would call like I have a shallow sleep. So I used to get up like more than like a 30, 40 times a night, just to go to, bathroom or whatever, and my doctor told me that you're not gonna change yourself the way you are going, you're not gonna make 50. And you know and only thing I need to do is just lose weight. So I just tried a lot of things on my own. I gained a little bit. I mean, lose like 4, 5, 6 pounds, then I gain it back. So I was kind of unsure what's going on, and like it was having hard time. Then one day, I see a car in parked in front of me. I walk like in the morning every day. So it says big sign, it says ketosis. I said, okay, what it is. So I just Google research about it. And fortunately, the person who drives the car, who just walk in, I say, hey, what is it? So that's why I started like a month ago. And since the day I started seeing like amazing changes in my body, and I can sleep better. I have like a deep sleep now. I can breathe better. I feel more strong. And I used to be get tired all the time, but I don't feel it that way. And I feel like a totally new person. And see myself like my numbers on my blood pressure is getting better, and my I have a reading glasses, so my vision is getting improved, and I can walk more steps during my walk, and I feel like I can walk faster now. So, yep, that's what I have so far. And I'm happy I started it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sunny, for not, I see Sunny, but I know you're Mirsa,
Yeah,
for sharing. It's such a powerful, and you've already lost how many pounds?
I lost like close to 11 pounds.
Awesome.
And
Wonderful.
I see a lot of changes in my numbers and my, overall health. So I haven't seen those things before, but I'm surprised.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mirsa, for sharing. Something
You're
that he shared with me recently, too, is that before, without being able to walk as easily, he was having troubles going up and down the steps in his home. And so he even was sleeping in his living room instead of sleeping in his bedroom. And now he gets to go up and down the steps without breathing heavily. That's amazing. Thank you, Mirsa, for sharing. And what I love is that we don't make any medical claims as a company, and we don't say that this is going to cure your XYZ or this is going to make your numbers change. However, what we do know is that when you feel better, any medical condition you have, or any person without a medical condition has a need for energy, for focus, for mood, for all of those benefits that we saw on the screen. And that means that you get to feel better. So it might shift things for you in a way that maybe is profound, and you're just going to feel better to address and whatever stresses are in your life and wherever you're at in life, which is amazing. So I'm so excited for Mirsa's story as he continues forward. It's just the beginning for him, and it's really exciting to hear that. Thank you again, Mirsa, for being here. Courtney, I see you. Courtney is going to share with us her story.
Hey everyone, my name is Courtney Ernest. I am 38 years old. I live here in Jackson, Tennessee. I have been married for 16 years. I have 3 wonderful children, 7, 15, and 17. I'm also a dog breeder, and I have been drinking ketones for roughly 11 months now. Before ketones, I am a full-time mom, a full-time dog breeder. I was always on the go, but never seemed to be able to like keep up the energy to finish my day. I'd either lay on the couch, feel lazy, just didn't want to finish my day. I did not sleep well. I would probably get up about 3 or 4 times during the night, and I was just struggling. Since drinking ketones, I have so much energy now that I can literally get up in the morning, take care of my kids. I'm actually homeschooling now, take care of my dogs. I got into gardening and doing a lot more stuff that I enjoyed that I didn't before I started drinking ketones. In this journey, I am really excited about sharing my experience and learning more about, the community and the products, and just actually be able to show that to more people and hopefully help them hit their health goals and just be there, because it's just amazing how I feel, and I want everybody to feel the same way.
Wow, amazing. Thank you, Courtney. And I love Courtney's story because did you say, Courtney, how many pounds you've dropped?
25.
25 pounds. And have you added muscle in the process of that as well?
Yes, because like I said, I do the animal thing. So I do a lot of like workouts during the day. So I've actually kind of I've got my strength a little bit stronger now.
Awesome. I love that ketones, because they're an energy source for your body, and because you get to utilize that fuel in your brain, your heart, and your muscles, you get to show up in the way that you want to. I know Courtney I've gotten to be in person with Courtney, and she is a bright light. And I love that she gets to do the things that light her up. She gets to do the things that she's passionate about, because she has even more energy for that. And that this is not a weight loss product. I was going to say it's not just a weight loss product, but it's not a weight loss product. Weight loss happens. You've heard that Mirsa already lost 10 pounds, and Courtney's lost 25 pounds in the last year, almost a year. But that happens if people need it. But it's not about that. It's so much more than that. When I hear Mirsa's story and hear just how much things have changed for how he feels about life, how he enters and walks and enters through life and breathes better, those things, the weight's going to come off, but those things are so much more powerful and valuable for healthy lifespan, for living with the best health, and we can show up that way for ourselves, which is so exciting. I'm going to go back to this presentation. Let me share this again. Thank you, Courtney, for sharing your story as well. And with this, we're not going to go into this piece. We want to go into how you can get started. So there's lots of different ways to start. And before we go to this, I'm going to come back. Let me come back. Let me come out of here. I want to make sure that we understand exactly what's going on, and not because the science is there. I'm not the expert. There's tons of experts, but how is it possible that all of those things can happen? And then I see this as, well, not I see this, but this is such a technology that whatever your body needs, your body's going to send ketones to do that work. And sometimes that's fat loss. Sometimes that's to function well here cognitively. Sometimes that's just to have the energy to do the things that you normally weren't doing, but you want to do. And the beauty of that is that when you have more energy, you have reduced cravings for carbs, and you sleep better, you actually get to start to burn that fat. You actually get to add muscle, because ketones protect muscle and spare muscle. That's super exciting as we continue to age, because I learned this week that as we age, so many things happen to the detriment of us that ketones help us do better with, which is absolutely remarkable. My parents are 71 and 74, and they've been drinking ketones for 9. They've been drinking ketones for 9 years, and they live at a higher capacity of muscle, higher capacity of their brain capacity, that I get to watch that happen. And I get to watch that happen when they get to spend time with my daughters and do that in a way that's at the same as me. And I'm 43. So that it's amazing to watch generations shift and to be a part of that change with families. So how do we get started? There's a few ways for us to get started. You can get started just with a trial pack. You can ask the person that invited you to this call and say you want to get started with a few flavors, or you can jump in with one of our bundles, which we have a curious bundle. There's 10 flavors and 10 packs of ketones, or you can grab our excited bundle. That's enough ketones for 30 days plus electrolytes, which we also learned this week in a Keto Academy, just how powerful electrolytes are, because we don't retain electrolytes when we're in ketosis. Or you can grab our all-in bundle. There's multiple places to come in as a customer. And then even as a customer, you get the opportunity to be a part of our VIP program. That means that you get 15% off, and you get a monthly shipment that you get to change. It's completely editable. You can cancel it at any time, and it allows you to get a deeper discount the more you drink ketones. And we know that the more you drink ketones, the more your brain uses them, the more it sends them to different ways, and the more you get to experience the power in your body of ketones, and the more efficient you become in your use of them. So we get rewarded for feeling better and for continuing to go on our health journey and to meet our goals. We get rewarded. We get deeper discounts, and we get access to more flavors and to other products. And that is super exciting. The other thing that is super exciting is our free 3 for free program. That program allows any customers to just share what they're drinking, because people are going to be asking what you're drinking when you're changing, when they see you showing up with more energy, when they see you fitting into your shirts in a different way than before, they're going to be asking. And when people use your link as a customer, you get to get your ketones for free if 3 people are using your link and ordering on a monthly basis. So those ways are incredible. And we have some other incredible ways. We also have the ability for you to upgrade to be an affiliate for free. You get to be paid when you share that link, and you get free ketones. I sometimes still don't understand why anyone wouldn't want to get free ketones and get paid at the same time. All you have to do is upgrade, and it's free, and then you get paid every time someone uses your link, and then you also can earn free ketones on from those 3 people that are ordering with your link. And then there's the next step, which is being a promoter, and that's sharing ketones with more people, building a community of people who are drinking ketones. And you can also be a coach, where you get to get all of the education from the doctors and scientists on a continuing basis, and have the knowledge about how to coach, as well as what are ketones and what are they doing, and how do I better help people optimize their health by doing that. And that opens up even more of our rewards plan. So I have someone here with me, Sarah Ramos, who is here to share her story about being a promoter. Sarah, if you can come off mute and share your story.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Ramos. I live in Boise, Idaho. I have been drinking ketones for 8 years now. Prior to drinking ketones, I was a 7th grade math teacher, and I was just kind of lost in my purpose. I loved teaching, I loved educating, I loved connecting with my students, but there was just something missing. I wasn't waking up excited to start my day. I never got to see my husband. I married my best friend. He's my high school sweetheart, and I never got to see him. And so I would just cry on Sundays because I just wanted time. Like, what I wanted more than anything was time. And so my husband and I counted out having a family. We just thought, how is this even possible for us to trade time for money all day long and have extra jobs and then have the time and the love to pour into the most important thing ever, which would be our child. So there's just so many things that we counted out, and we weren't fulfilled. And so in 2016, Pruvit found me while I was waitressing. And first of all, my mood transformed when I started drinking ketones. My husband noticed it in me before I noticed it in myself. And I think it's a beautiful thing when other people notice something in you. And as a result, like they want to get started too. So I started thinking there's something to this. If he wants to drink something that I'm drinking, he's never tried a supplement that I've ever tried, ever. And the fact that he wanted to try it, I just knew I had to look deeper to see if there was something more to it. So when I found out what ketones could do for your brain and what it could do for focus and how it was so much more than fat loss, I knew that this was my vehicle to help people at a really, really high level. And so fast forward, we have a little baby girl. Like it's back to school time right now. She's 5 years old. She started kindergarten. My husband and I, we get to see everything together. I got to bring him home after 10 months of sharing ketones, and it's because I love to collect stories. Like I could not stop collecting story after story after story, and I couldn't believe like what ketones were doing to shift people's future. And I just was so fulfilled by it that you just can't stop me from sharing it with a lot of people. So we get to be fully present. We have the gift of time. Our 5-year-old has more passport stamps than most adults. The community has changed us for the better. The personal development, what I hear my daughter say as she's rolling into kindergarten to other kids, I'm so proud to be her mama. That Pruvit has really just, it's really just developed her. She's come to events, she listens to the virtual events, and it's just been beautiful. So if you're considering trying ketones, I'll tell you right now, the product will forever change your life. Like I think everyone should be drinking ketones. The community and the business, it's the next level. It's something that so many people need more of in their life. They need the support. And so we're just thankful each and every day that Pruvit found us back in 2016.
Wow. Thank you, Sarah. I love hearing your story every time, and I connect so greatly to it. And the more I love that I've been going to events shorter time than Sarah, but the whole time that I've been going to events, Sarah's been at events. And so we get to experience life together. And events are where shifts happen. Ketones every day happen in your body and they shift you. And then I realized recently at an event where we got to be at the labs, the Pruvit labs, where ketones are packaged and put together, that someone asked me, what's one of the biggest wins that you've had since doing this business and sharing ketones? And I've had huge wins. I have dropped 34 pounds. I have dropped 10 pant sizes. I'm only 5 foot tall, so that might seem like not very much, but it's a lot on my frame that I've dropped, but I've maintained that for 6 years. And I've built this like lean tone muscle that I haven't worked extra hard for. I do move my body every day. But as a result of all of it together, my biggest win is that my mindset has shifted over time. And it's been slow, incremental shifts, just like ketones in our health journeys are slow. They don't have to be slow. Mirsa's experienced a whole lot of stuff in 1 month, but the incremental 1% better shifts are what makes us have sustainable lifetime results. That not only have a better health than I started at 8 years ago, 6.5 years ago of sharing, but I'm also a different person because I've taken the time to invest in myself. I put priority on my health, but then I've invested in the mindset shifts, and those things have been created. I've created a different reality as a result, but I've been around people who are doing the same thing, people who are also getting after their health, and that does magic. Ketones are so much more than magic, because magic is like this. It happens instantly. Ketones happen and they continue to happen, and then they make magic happen over time in your body. And then this community comes around you and supports you and upholds you. And you get to do this with people. Even if you've never met someone, I didn't know Mirsa a month ago. I've never seen him in my life, but now we get to be a part of a community together because we get to go after our health together, and we can do this as a family, as a community. So I want to encourage you to go back to the person that invited you to this call tonight, and tell them a couple of things. I want you to tell them first, what if better were to show up in your life tomorrow and your typical day was better? Which of those benefits that you saw, I'll list them again: energy, better focus, better mood, better sleep, easier fat loss, reduced cravings for carbs, muscle preservation, better digestion, better skin. Which of those betters would make your typical day better, and why? What would change? How would it look different? How would it feel different? And then I also want you to tell them another thing. I want you to tell them how you want to get started. Do you want to get started with a trial pack and dip your toe in the water? Do you want to get started as a customer? And do you want to get started, or do you want to get started as an affiliate, a promoter, or a coach? All of those ways are okay. I said no to my brother who introduced these to me for 9 months. I said no. I was skeptical. And when I did say yes, I only drank them for a year and a half. Whereas when he got started, he drank them and shared them. Actually, he shared them before he drank them. He jumped in all the way in. So wherever you are in that spectrum is amazing. And we're here to support you. And the person that invited you here is here to support you. And we're welcoming you with open arms as we go on this journey together. So thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for listening. Thank you for investing in yourself enough even just to be here, because that's the first step. And your health is wealth, and your health is a priority, and you can take care of yourself and more people when you take care of your health. So thank you again. Have a wonderful night, and we will see you soon, hopefully. Bye.